What was about you and...
So, sorry, what is it? So how much privacy would you give up? Or would you give up full
Yeah,
privacy?
so how much privacy would you give up?
Basically, Hydra and Captain Winter Soldier.
I would not like to give up more privacy than I am giving up now, because I believe in the age of AI and whatever's coming.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I already know whatever's given up is like, it's nuts now. Even with this podcast, you know what I mean? It's like putting our voices in the airwaves, and it's like with technology in the future, you'll be able to probably eventually mimic our own speech patterns on how we speak from this podcast. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, yeah, but I don't really want to know to the point where you can know what I'm thinking at that point and shit like that.
So, well, we're not taking it to the extent of knowing what you're thinking.
No,
but just knowing what you're doing.
But the thing is, like, knowing what you're doing and knowing your habits can easily get into knowing what you're thinking. Yeah. Obviously, like, not in the minutiae on like the minutes and blah blah blah.
Okay,
but, like, it will get into how you like operate and stuff like that. So it's like, I feel like once, I don't really want that, but I already know that I'm already aware enough to know that it's already here.
Even if it's for safety.
But how many things are said and done for safety?
And are we not safe now already? Like,
what are we safe from? Terrorists everywhere.
Innit? What else can we do?
And who's really the terrorist? And who's the terrorist of the world?
And what are we safe from? If it's for the guys, who are we being protected from?
Since this is a hypothetical, I mean, Galactus. Who's stopping Galactus? I mean, we've got Black Panther over here, but who's stopping Galactus? That's what I want to know.
See, for me,
theories up in sorts.
One above all.
See, for me,
one above all is the answer to your question.
See, the thing is, for me, I don't really give too much of a damn about my privacy, because really,
I'm telling you, it's overrated.
What do you want to know? Like,
you really don't even have it to begin with.
Like, because if you think about it, like, I guess whatever we do online can be seen by someone. Someone's going to see it.
Incognito doesn't work. Incognito doesn't work.
Yeah.
For all of you who think you're safe. NordVPN.
But like, I don't really
I'm kidding, we're not sponsored.
So what? No, I'm joking.
Okay. I was going to say I didn't really have anything that I need to be private, but obviously things like bank account stuff and like security stuff, like personal stuff to me, or in that sense, because obviously I don't want to lose all my money. Like, I don't want to, I don't want people to use my details to get me sacked or whatever. Like that kind of stuff. Fair enough. Then But even then, I'm telling you, with the security that people have now, if someone really wants that stuff, they'll get it. Yeah, exactly.
What are we talking about?
That's my question: is what are we being protected from?
Yeah,
and then also, I feel like we're safe and secure enough as it is, because I'm still, touch wood, here and living, like whatever. But
I guess when I thought of it in terms of like privacy and stuff, my first thought was like obviously getting like our DNA collected somewhere, because if someone's committed a crime, like a murder or something, and it's someone within your community, I feel like if they were to ask like, oh, could everyone give in blood so we can scan it and then do like a DNA check on everyone, I'm like, I'd give that up. So
that's crazy. That is nuts. That is Robocop territory.
I mean, so that's what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking of like, obviously there's a camera in front of your door, like you've got policeman Dave just watching you in and out, but like
it's like when I saw someone put up a post, it was like, oh, why does this guy from like Exeter care if the government wants to put microchips? It's just going to see you go to work, go home, smoke a blunt. Like, what is it? What are they actually tracking you to do? And it's
would you guys get microchipped?
I mean, not.
It depends on what that microchip.
No, you can't say that and then not say yes to that question still.
No. Ultimately, like, if that's what is essential, if that's like a policy.
Who's saying it's essential though? Like, what is this?
No, but
no.
They can't say it's optional, because again, I'm not gonna willingly put like tech inside my body.
We've been living life non-microchipped, and now we're gonna eventually have to live life with microchip.
For the sake of
what?
What, safety?
To be able to be connected and be
Safety.
be able to say
No,
yo
but
to
I
be
don't
able
get what your argument is.
Yeah,
here.
I
to say
feel
yo
like-
to each other in the interface.
No, but
I
bro,
feel like if you take into
I don't get what your argument is here because
if it's for safety, then
if it's for safety, like that's obviously essential, then yeah, sure. But if it's like just an accessory, like a mobile phone is now like you can have the option of putting it in your blood, like
but I feel like it's for those sort of things, it's better if everyone has it rather than some people have it. Because if you're like, oh no, I can, because if everyone around you's chipped, they'll know your movements as well. So like if only a few people, if everyone in the UK is chipped, it'll be harder because policemen or police people don't take up that many people.
Not only is the racism there, the racism is there in our hand.
So like it's harder to monitor 7 billion people if everyone's chipped than it is if only like 100 people are chipped, 200 people are chipped. So I feel like in those instances, if you're worried about like, oh no, they're gonna know what I'm doing, then first of all, stop doing what you're doing.
What are you doing? What
are you doing there? Like we should.
Everyone lives their lives differently. You know what I mean? Not everyone wants to live their lives in the open, and everyone wants to be like,
not
okay.
everyone's an extrovert.
Someone did this
Well,
on
I'm not an
Tuesday.
extrovert.
Yeah, but bro,
No one cares if you're going to the shops to buy chips. Like
yeah, but listen, like you're talking
depends,
about
mate,
people
you know
who
what I mean?
live their lives differently. No one says to be open.
Depends.
No one's saying like because they have the chip, then everyone's lives is literally.
I don't think everybody wants
24/7.
like, oh, every day there's a status like that's written of a timeline of our day. We're like, oh yeah, 9 o'clock and Nubis went there.
that's why I said
And
with
then-
60 million people, it'll be harder to do.
Yeah, but still, I don't think people. Well, me personally, I don't want it because of where it can potentially go. And if people have that kind of power like that,
That has too much power.
like, you know what I mean? And some people might think it's not that deep and it's not that much. It's not that powerful. And blah blah blah. I personally don't feel that way.
This is so when I went to China, when I was at the airport, I could see like the AI technology scanning my face, everyone's faces
Wait.
at the airport.
And you didn't tell us before you started interacting with us. Get him out of here! Get him!
But do you know what I mean? Like literally at the airport, they were scanning everyone's faces. Like,
it was like
with
careful
this
what I say around this.
with this major technology they have. I don't want to sacrifice my privacy.
So we know
for-
if Secret Invasion comes, Sang's the first squad.
I think there was a Black Mirror episode where I think everything you had to do, you got points. It's like a simulated thing.
Yeah.
So like obviously that's extreme, and I don't want anything to go to that level. So whenever I say microchips, like people microchip their pets and stuff, but that's just for like, or like even with your phones, just for location. Just so if you're not going anywhere dodgy, I think it's fine.
So what if you want to go somewhere dodgy?
Don't go anywhere dodgy.
Go to the police first.
Who is the police to say I can't do something dodgy?
What you talking about?
Maybe the law
Okay.
to not do something
Alright,
dodgy.
Sang.
Some people will,
Criminal
catch
Sang.
you.
I don't. No.
Oh my days! All right, side getting fists up. Oh fucking hell!
No, but in terms of like safety and stuff, I think it's too extreme.
Wait, so you want to do something dodgy so we can be safe?
No. What I'm saying is, I don't want us.
To not do anything dodgy?
I think people should be able to do what they want, or do dodgy things, or do things in a grey area.
Endanger others.
Endangering who?
Others?
Yeah, others. You're doing something dodgy. If you're not endangering anyone, it's not dodgy.
I think, in terms of in this digital world, I think with our data, we should at least be paid for our access to that data.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
that's a different
why am I giving this up for free?
That's a different conversation.
So if it was very like what's the word? If they gave you full disclosure of what's happening,
Yeah.
would you do it then?
No.
So what was your point?
Yeah.
What do you mean like full disclosure? As in,
Like they let you
the
know what's
process is
happening.
Transparent.
Yeah, it's transparent. Like, oh, so this is what we're doing. Like, if you want access to it, sign up here. You can see what we're.
And you have
No,
access to all
I'm
of
saying
that
at a very
information
minimum,
all the time.
not for me personally, but for people. Like you should pay for people's data.
If they load your tax, then what?
What do you mean if they load my tax?
Let's say
They lower
you
the
get
tax of everyone who
chipped,
gets a chip.
but you pay 5% less tax.
No,
It's just the same thing as getting
Yeah,
paid.
it's the same thing as getting
not
paid.
really,
Yes, it
because
is.
what if you don't make a tax? What if you don't pay taxes?
Then you should be arrested anyway.
No.
Like, that's one of the dodgy things.
This is how you become a number. This is how they make you into a number.
I get the point you're making. That was not the point you should have
Everyone
had
already
at that
has
point.
an NHS number.
Yeah.
You're already numbered.
Well,
You're in the
but
system.
this is making
Were you born in this country?
Yeah.
Then you're numbered.
Yeah.
Nah,
that's
but now they're putting chips into you and your kids. Nah, that's wrong. No, you must like see that is clearly wrong.
It's wrong if you're doing something wrong.
Exactly.
If you're
Well,
fine,
everyone has to be a goody two shoes in this country.
preferably.
What in it? Like, what's wrong with that?
Wait, so you'd rather walk right down the streets? Oh, I might get stabbed today. Nice. Like what?
Hashtag life.
How would a chip be able to determine whether you're gonna get stabbed or not?
No.
That's
It's-
true.
No. I'm saying this is to be able to track people. I'm not saying having a chip will stop you from doing actions. You can still do your actions, but you're more likely to get caught.
Exactly.
And that leads to safety.
That keeps society safe because
If
they
you know
who-
that
so,
everything
like,
you're doing could be monitored and traced back to you, you're less likely to do dodgy things. And that'll make you safety. I'm not saying, oh, this chip will control my arm and stop
However,
me from stabbing
the
someone.
thing is that the people who are doing dodgy stuff are not going to be the ones who are getting chipped.
That's why, if it's optional or not optional, that's beside the point.
Exactly.
Just I'm saying, if everyone can get chipped, or if it's
I mean, to be honest, it can't really be beside the point because the whole point of getting chipped is for safety. So if you're not even tracking the people who are doing the actions that are not causing safety or that are fucking up the safety,
if you can track
then-
enough people, if everyone here is tracked,
So by giving
then
up our
Zhang's
freedom-
point kind of has a bit of sense, not total sense, but it has a bit of credence to it.
what? So you want people to not be chipped so they can do stuff?
No, I'm saying if you're gonna chip, the same way that you're saying it doesn't work if everyone gets chipped, I'm saying the same way it doesn't work.
No.
if-
I'm saying it's if you're worried I'm saying I didn't say it doesn't work. I said it's harder to monitor people if everyone's chipped. As in, like, you can't just have one person for one person. Like, I can't just be like, oh, I'm just gonna be one person. I'm just gonna look at new business. But if there's like 60 million people in the UK, obviously not like 20,000 policemen will be able to track everyone. But if they wanted to, they can be like, okay, let's just look at new business details today, or let's look at someone's details, and they can still see your actions.
So when you
It's
say
basically like it's there's a difference between
That's something I don't want.
constant surveillance and
Exactly.
being tracked. Like because you have a chip doesn't mean you're constantly under surveillance.
But,
But they can track that information if it becomes relevant to.
and that
Make it
that has
safe.
dangerous implications.
You have
Of
your
course
phone.
it
Okay,
does.
your phone is tracked anyway.
Yeah, but I can dash my phone or leave my phone somewhere else if I want to go do something.
but also, Sang, what do you
where
mean
no
when
one
you
be
say
tracked.
you give up your freedom to be like with being chipped? What do you actually give up?
the knowledge of where you are.
But how does that
anytime.
make you less free? Or any less?
How does that make you more free?
It's not. About
I'm not saying if it
freedom,
makes
it's
it
about-
more or less. I'm asking how does it make you less free, or how does it reduce your freedom? Because you can still do.
they know exactly where your location is.
Yeah, but you can still do anything you want. You just need to stay within the laws, which is the reason for laws.
Yeah.
And nah, I don't think sacrificing your freedom.
Well,
But how
it's
is
the
it
same,
sacrificed?
same,
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
no
It's-
freedom is
Yeah, but
being
then-
taken away from you.
Then we might as well live in like so
So
Police
you're being
state.
extreme
Police.
because no one's stopping you from what you're doing.
Yeah,
We
no
just
one's
know
telling
what
you.
you're
Yeah.
doing.
Okay, but no one is stopping.
Because if for example there's a crime that happens, yeah, the police ask you what did you do, or what was you doing today, or can you
Yeah.
tell me where you were from here to here? So would you just not give them any details of what you were doing,
So you give them no details.
even if it was to help resolve the crime?
If you weren't there,
No,
doesn't matter.
Yeah,
if you
but
were
if it's to
there,
help resolve the crime.
If I was there, then I'll tell them.
Exactly. So what's the
There's a
difference?
difference in a chip because with the chip they don't even need like all
Yeah,
the
exactly.
Like,
They can
don't
track
need
where
to
you
go
are.
check it.
It's
But
not like they're
that's
tracking
an
you all the
invasion of
time.
privacy.
How if it's
But if
relevant to
they-
solving a crime?
they won't be able to know what you're doing. Like,
But they will know where you were
Yeah.
at a certain point.
and if you're home most of the time, what does that matter to them? If you're home, you go to work, you go to shops, you go to cinema. Like, okay, yeah, oh, Zhang's living a
What
Monday
if I
life.
don't want to give up
There
my-
is
where my location is?
there is also an issue in the power of knowing where you are.
Like I don't want
there's an
them
issue
to know
with
where my know-abouts is 24/7 at their disposal.
Yeah, that's
That's
an
wrong.
issue.
Wait, because what?
That's
though?
a fair issue.
Wait,
That's a
because-
fair
No.
issue.
Why though? Because what?
Yeah.
Because
Because
what?
I like
don't want-
privacy.
I don't wanna know
like
where
to be a
people-
private person.
This doesn't.
You say you like
yeah,
privacy,
it-
but
I don't
No,
care if
what I'm
someone knows
saying is
where I am.
I don't think it's worth sacrificing my privacy for the safety of the country.
Cool. That's his answer then.
Yeah.
I don't think we should give up our freedom.
That's his answer.
I just don't understand
agree with it,
I just don't
but-
understand what
Okay,
what
so-
you think we're giving up.
so you have all these you have all these social media sites. You give up your privacy daily. You have your phone. You have your laptop.
Yeah,
you
that's
have-
under my own choice. Not where.
they
Now,
can
if,
still
if
find
everyone
out.
has to.
I could find out where you were from your phone, from your car,
Yeah, but
from
what
your
if I left my
insurance.
phone at home? Now you can't find where I am. And
How are you getting to work? You drive.
Okay. What if ride a bicycle?
CCTV.
All of that can be tracked.
We can find you.
Like they can put
Yeah,
trackers in
and now with chips, they'll know exactly.
They
where
know.
you are.
We already know where you live.
The question is, what are you looking to be doing to not want to be tracked? And that's the point. You shouldn't be doing anything to not want to be tracked.
Because your point earlier was about like,
or
oh
how
no.
about if I want to be private or I don't want to be tracked? Do you not respect those freedoms either?
Yeah, there's an issue in not. Okay, I can understand. I can understand both points of, like, okay, I don't want to be known. I don't want to be tracked all the time. Like knowing that I can be tracked all the time. Obviously, you can knowing that, okay, yeah, if I commit a crime, there's CCTV, there's blah 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 blah. I can get tracked. So logically, you can find ways to get around that. But knowing that, okay, yeah, sitting in like, okay, if you're going somewhere, knowing that, okay, yeah, Google knows where I am. Like the thing, like knows where I am. You might as well just check in at that point, like kind of thing. So I can understand the anonymity of, just
No, but I guess what
not being like, oh yeah, I'm here, and it being
no, but
widespread.
yeah, but what Darren was saying was like, what does that take away? It doesn't take away anything
It
about what
takes
you're
away my privacy
able to do.
My privacy.
It takes away peace of mind. That's what it takes away.
All peace of mind, yeah.
Peace of mind.
And that's
How?
enough.
Yeah,
And that's enough
like,
for me.
bro,
No,
your
you
peace of
said
mind,
peace of
like,
mind. Like, how?
How?
That's for me.
I just told you my location, where I am. Where
It's like okay, this is very cliche, but it's like when someone's like, oh yeah, where are you? Like every time, and after every time you come in the house, it could get annoying at some point. Like, so with that same logic, it's the same thing I'm applying here.
Yeah, but annoying. No. See, the reason it's annoying, but like if you know the reason why they're asking.
For me, yes.
No.
Like,
If you
I
know
understand
the-
what you're saying. You're saying, oh yeah, for safety.
If
Blah,
there's
blah.
like if that's the thing
for
that
you,
people
you'll be able to do it for safety. For me, I'm saying nah, because you'll be like, okay, yeah, safety, but then another terrorist attack happened. So
no,
how,
but
how
again,
does this really change everything?
The thing, it doesn't prevent the crimes from happening because again, people still have the freedoms. You can still commit the crimes. All it does is it makes it easier for them to track those criminals.
That's fine. I know.
Yeah, exactly.
Forensics and
So
shit.
it's like,
And I don't want it to be an inconvenience for me personally. That's just me. But I can
So
understand.
the only inconvenience is the fact they know where you are.
No, it's the fact that, oh yeah, there would be like, oh, a system like that, like a system just for that. I know that we have
it's already there.
individual systems.
It's already
that we
there.
use. Yeah, that's fine. So why is there another one? I don't need there to be another one if it's already there then. So if it's already there, then everything that you're asking me is pointless.
Because then you start like.
Because we can't.
Because the difference is you're asking is that they're now I know that they know, which is why all the laws change and the DDR blah blah GDPR blah blah that type shit. Which is why every app has now got the little privacy shit. So now it's like, okay, now you've asked, it's affecting my peace of mind because now I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking, oh,
Okay, so they just did it without anyone knowing.
What, chipped up?
well, now you're
But it
asking.
seems to be like that's what you're saying. So I was like,
You're
now
damned-
you know that it's
oh
there.
no, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. But I'm just saying, I don't want to like.
Yeah.
But by you letting me know means that now you've affected my peace of mind. It's that simple.
I think it's just that we're all different because for me, it wouldn't change anything in my
That
daily
doesn't
life.
change. Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I
Yes,
okay.
Obviously, you guys have a choice to also want to be chipped, but I don't think you should force people who don't want to be chipped.
I can say
I feel like it should if the reason why you don't want to be chipped is because you want to do like dodgy stuff.
Or you want to be private.
Okay,
No,
okay,
no,
no. Think about
Arguing
okay,
against
think
your
about this.
dodgy stuff.
Okay, no, it's
How do you
okay.
justify that?
No, okay, I can justify it.
You justify
Okay.
that.
How far until things that we do that is everyday becomes dodgy?
No,
What?
No,
There's a
we're
clear
talking about-
definition of self law.
Yeah, there's
Yes,
law-
That's
there's-
exactly
there's
that.
law- there's laws and there isn't, like-
there's laws and then there isn't, but then there's at some point we know that laws can change. If something drastic like that can happen, then something drastic like something that is kind of either every day or on the borderline can have that like through line. Okay, yeah, fuck it, that's illegal. Okay, something like that happens. Okay, yeah, boom, murder, boom, death penalty, boom.
actually make if they can actually tell you where you were. It's not like there's someone sat at a screen going to be directly checking what you do every single day. It's just for reference.
It's just when they search your name or whatever, they know exactly where you were
Or where you've been. Yeah.
or where you've been for the last 20, 30 years.
Well, even if they do,
Yeah,
I'd like
what's
to
wrong
make
with
it a
that?
little bit harder for them. You know what I mean? I don't want them to be like, oh, Anubis, yeah, he
It's
was
like
there
giving-
doing this,
like
da, da,
giving
da.
up everything to them.
Like, fuck off, man.
Hey man, I get it's definitely like you're always gonna find people on both sides of the fence. Like I'm just saying, like for me, none of that information is sacred to the point where, like, if there's a question of like societal safety, I don't think my sort of privacy is worth that.
You know what my issue is the fact that stuff like that is done under the guise of safety.
Yeah, but even if it's
because there's nothing to even say that because all of you just said that none of that prevents it. Because if I'm serious and if I'm actually
but what else are they going to use it for?
No, but if I'm serious, I'm going to commit a crime.
That's what I'm saying.
The moment something like that happens, I'm going to shift. Yeah. I'm obviously not going to be on someone that's going to.
No, but what I'm saying is then,
like
if for example it's not for the safety route, what the fuck else are they using our information for?
No, but yeah, like
but are you saying just because I don't have the
to do what with?
Just because I don't have the answer doesn't mean that there is insidious things in that.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean?
I just don't believe that there is.
Why?
I believe there is.
I'm following this trend. I'm just like seeing where this ultimately goes. Right?
I think the government doesn't deserve to know exactly where we are 24/7. We should have the freedom to be able to travel.
You could also say it sways elections.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to the bottom of like this whole deserve thing, right? So if a government is saying, okay, tracked, you're saying, what was the line of question you were going? You were going, the government should know, right?
Yeah, I don't think they should know. Like,
so
we deserve
I was saying,
freedom,
what's ultimately exactly? I'm saying ultimately, what's the reason you're saying that, right? Like, what's the
because I want to be private. That's the reason.
Okay, I have a thing because it's like if everybody knows everything about you every time and everywhere you go, it's like every time you meet someone new. It's like, they already know that you like orange juice. Like, it's
again, how does that, what does that do to you?
So some people might be like, it's a convenience, so I don't have to explain to someone that I like orange juice. But other people might be like, you know what, I don't like that kind of, the straightforwardness of that.
How would that random person just know that about you?
No, but I'm saying in terms of, if you're having this, like, everything is in the air, like, you know everything.
Oh, no, it's not going to be public knowledge.
Oh, the fact that's kind of even worse.
Yeah, and you're giving it to the police.
So you're giving it to private or governmental people.
Again,
you lot are mad.
What I want to get to is what's the consequence? What's the thing? Yeah, because like if I have that information with the government, right? You don't trust the government, blah blah. They have the information.
I think it's worse if everyone knows our information.
What's the thing?
Because then criminals who are actually criminals can do stuff with your information. Then they can do shit.
Okay,
if
so
it's just the government that has it, what the fuck are the government going to do?
That's even worse. I'm sorry.
That's what they're going to do.
If it's going to be transparent, it needs to be transparent fully, not transparent only a select few people know. What kind of transparency
is that? So then you're going to tell random Jim from
so what's the point of even doing it?
So
that means that they can tell you everything, but you can never know if it's right because you don't even have the information. You just have everything at their beck and call of what's going on. I'm sorry.
But we already have that with social media. Like they can
how? Your
likes, what you share, what you post.
That's fine. That's all conscious though. That's all conscious. You know. That's all conscious.
No, that's not even. It's not even conscious. Because like go to your Google search and look at your suggestions.
Yeah.
They don't, but they can still like the way the person likes to adverts towards you.
Exactly.
Yeah. No. We all know.
We all know that.
We know that. We know that. When we write, no, there's a big difference.
Yeah, but I'm not sharing my location.
There's a big difference between consciously do it.
You are with Facebook. You are with Twitter. You are with Instagram.
No, how am I sharing my?
It's location based.
If I put my location on, then yes.
Using the app, they'll still know where you are.
How? If your location
when
is
you
off?
signed up to it, did you not sign up to it?
That's not a good point. That's not a good point to have because if you use it, they'll be able to find a way to use it.
Yeah.
Right. But still, with the whole likes and stuff, that's
like
different.
Your phone has GPS.
IP addresses, all of this stuff. Like you're saying, they're giving you the illusion of choice as well.
And also, there are people that are on social media.
Okay, wait. So if you're saying that they're able to track our locations, then why do we need chips then?
That's why I just said 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, but like chips would be a lot more accurate.
On the basis of social media, we can.
As you were saying before, with your phone, you could not have a phone. You can only have a laptop.
So you want them to know everything. You're everything.
I'm saying I'm comfortable with them knowing everything about myself.
You get chipped. Me and Anubis won't get chipped. Would you be okay with that?
What? Yeah,
people have a choice.
I don't care if you get chipped. Really, like.
All I'm saying is that the whole like social media thing is that it's a conscious thing. When you like something, it's a conscious thing.
But not,
and you know why it's different because you know on Twitter when you like something, other people can see your likes.
Yeah, but who goes into those social media sites expecting that that's what they're going to use it for? Like, I don't fucking use Instagram or Google, and expect them to then market stuff at me. I don't really like that's only a recent thing that I've noticed.
Yeah, but that's
not,
no.
It's not conscious.
But that's different. That's not why we went on the app. We didn't go on Twitter to be.
But that's not conscious.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No.
I've
gone on Instagram to go some pictures.
You're missing my point. I'm saying we go on it consciously for funny things and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Whatever comes from that, and we know it comes from what we like and what we don't like and blah blah blah.
So have I not consciously walked to the shop?
Yeah, but me consciously walking to the shops is different than I've just wrote a funny tweet.
No, it's not different.
It's very different.
It's not.
It's very
because
different.
if you go to use social media,
Because
just
then
as
it's
you
like,
want to
and then
use
it's
it,
like, how did he go to the shop? What route did he take to go to the shop? Oh, he went this way.
how
fast did he write? How fast was he walking?
How did I get onto looking at videos of DJs, for example? How did I get from that? I saw a video
still
of
trace
this,
that?
which I've then traced to go to another page, which I've gone to another page.
That's
You have
fine.
like Siri, you've got
That's
Google,
fine.
you've
That's
got
fine.
these listening devices.
That's fine.
That
You
hear
do,
you.
because on the internet, when you're on the internet, maybe I think it's people our age, we're consciously aware that what we do on the internet is kind of tracked. When we're off the internet, we know, we're in the real world and we're not really tracked. Unless we're on our phone and shit like that.
Still tracked.
Unless we're on our phone.
You got CCTV as well.
Yeah, but we're not actively tracked at that point. Like, we're only tracked if we do something.
That's the same with what the chip will do.
No, you're missing my point. You're missing my point. You're missing my point. Because the only thing I'm saying is because CCTV will only come into effect once something has happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? It's, unless someone goes missing or or something happens, then it's like, okay, let's go get CCTV and shit like that. No one's gonna go, let's go find Anubis's.
Mm-hmm. It's exactly the same.
That's exactly what we're talking about.
If they wanted to, as you're saying, as you're alluding with the whole microchip, if they
Yeah.
wanted to know things about you, they will know it through the microchip. And if they want to know about you through CCTV, they will know.
Someone could log in right now and just check.
They would know through everything that's happened on social media and through random stuff they've seen on CCTV. Yes.
Yeah.
And it'll just be that. Yeah. I'm saying I'd rather just have them have the CCTV and the stuff that I consciously put online rather than a chip inside.
I agree with exactly
and everything
what
else
you're
that comes with that. That a private company owns that is not completely transparent. If you said that it was transparent for everyone, I'm with you. I'm like, I'm not with you with the chip, but I understand the point. I'm like, cool. If there's no full transparency, then
Wait. So you walking past random CCTV cameras, you're fully conscious of that?
Of course we are. We're in London.
Wait, so you know the locations?
No. I'm not. Let me put it this way.
So just because you know CCTV exists and it's there, that
exactly. Because I know it's
yeah, but then you'll know your chip is there.
If I was going to commit a crime, I would suddenly become conscious of the CCTV and shit like that. That's the difference.
See, this still goes back to my point of what the hell do you think the government's going to do with it? Because if you're saying that you want everything to be transparent if they were to chip you, then you will just let anyone in England know any of your information.
Ultimately,
which is fucked.
ultimately, this boils down to.
Trying to follow with Simon, that timeline. So it's like, what do you think they're going to do with that information?
Ultimately,
why must they need a reason? Like, why must I need a reason?
No, it doesn't need a reason. Ultimately, it boils down to: do you trust government? And personally, I do not.
I do not either.
And that is it. That's it. Because I know, at the end of the day, government is just a person who feels something at the end of the day. It's feel the agenda, whatever. Not in this kind of agenda bullshit, propaganda, left and right shit. But
I think you're seriously wrong, especially if everyone's tracked, and if you give all this power to this authority, the police, whatever, and let's say that a crime did happen. Let's say Darren was not there, but they put Darren's location there and took the criminal who they were defending, let's say it's their son or something,
and you weren't there,
now you're in trouble.
Yeah, but how can you prove you weren't there?
Yeah, and it was all logged in. Like,
yes, CCTV, word of mouth, like.
Let's say they put in a location where the crime happened that wasn't much CCTV.
Do you not understand the concept?
No, but they'll have CCTV. They will have CCTV of where I am somewhere else in that day.
Exactly.
They know you so much, and they know your habits that they know how to build that type of alibi.
Where they can frame people.
Where they can frame you like that because they know
people get framed now.
This is what I'm saying. So you don't think that with that kind of data they'll be able to frame more people?
Okay. So if everyone knows the information, it's all transparent and available to everyone, why can't someone else just do that?
I'm not saying like he said, I didn't say it's going to stop the action, but I'm saying I'd rather have more transparency than less transparency.
So you'd rather get fucked over by a normal person than the government, is what you're saying?
Yes.
You're still getting fucked.
Yes. What's the difference?
Yes.
It's,
fair enough,
it's less safe if it's transparent than it is transparent.
No.
Like being able to know how they use your information. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's fully transparent with some random person being able to know how they use your information, then what's the point of that?
Obviously not transparent to the point of it's harmful. That's just stupidity.
But it's fully transparent.
Well, what's the point of it if it's not fully transparent?
Okay, so why do I have to use it? Why do I have to use the information? It's that simple. Why do I have to use this chip? If everything is so crucial and they want my data so much, why do I have to say yes? It's that simple.
Yeah, but A, it's a hypothetical, and B, also it's a question of like more accuracy as far as like what Anthony was saying. Like if you can pinpoint exactly who's where and what happens in a certain scenario,
I want that.
like you're saving as far as like things like
But you're saying it's
cost of investigations and all this thing, and that's like tax.
But what happened during that Stephen Lawrence incident? The police were definitely they had people behind it, right? So if in that scenario the police was in connections with the parents of those who committed that crime, they could have easily framed other people in that situation back then. No, but using that same system, like I said, literally, like you're saying, you're describing something. It can be manipulated really badly. It could be manipulated, but you're assuming the entire police force.
The thing is the fact that I'm saying about the whole transparency is that it's easier to manipulate it if there is not full transparency and only certain people know how to use it. That is what I'm saying about the whole transparency. And most of
what the hell?
No, but the situation
do you know I'm not getting
like one set of like.
Sorry, do you know I'm not getting this all yet? You're saying all this like, what if they even... What the fuck makes you so special that you think that they're going to manipulate your life for whatever reason? What the fuck?
No. He's already said he wants to do dodgy things. And that's why he's like, oh no.
Whether I do dodgy things or not, I don't want to be tracked. Simple as.
No, but I guess what Darren is saying is like, what's the special thing about you that makes you think the government's going to focus on your life?
Let's say in that scenario.
Because we're going for the worst case scenario then, are we not?
Yeah, but it happens.
Is that not the same as what we argue against him about?
When he's... That's what I think is special about myself.
During that crime, was those white boys not in connection with the police? That managed to get most of them away for a certain
period of time. That can happen with or without chips.
No, yeah, but
that's kind of proving his point.
How?
If
we can do it now,
it's not the entire police force.
Nothing changes if they track.
It was a big part of the police force that was involved.
If you can manipulate it in just a person to person, you can also manipulate it data-wise.
So what changes for you?
Like it's not just.
That's what he's trying to say. He's trying to say if nothing changes, then there's no point of really having a chip. Because if you can manipulate...
No, because he's saying his freedom gets worse.
No, but he's saying, because he's saying, the same way that you can manipulate the thing that happened then, you can manipulate with this whole chip thing. Like, you could frame someone in some sort of manner. Just because we can't do it doesn't mean that it doesn't, you know what I mean?
If, say, Darren was there instead of this white boy, because they swapped the locations around or whatever.
But again, that's literally what I just told you. Like, the police force isn't monolithic. Like, the government isn't monolithic. For as much as you don't trust the government,
I'm not about to start caping for the police and the government. I'm not. Yeah, so if you're gonna get me there, then it's cool. I'm done.
I'm not caping for anyone. I'm just saying it's not monolithic. Like, if this entire police department is crooked, right? That's not to say the entire police, like those investigations can still happen and they implicate the entire police of that department.
I don't, you know.
Like it's not. It's like you're not like Darren was kind of insinuating. Like, what's the thing that makes you think the entire government of the UK is going to focus on your life?
But it's not necessarily on me. It's on other people that they could frame.
And also, this is what you're saying.
Select some other random man.
It's not the entire government isn't a thing. There are sections. Like one section of government might sort of target this person, and that shit still happens. All we're doing is try to make it easier to get to the root of like what's wrong. Mm-hmm. That's the benefit.
How do you solve the fact?
How do you solve human beings? Like that's just how do you solve? That's the question we need to answer.
If you can manipulate data as numbers, like literally GPS is just numbers, and you can literally just swap around numbers for Darren say to areas where there was crime, you can implicate and literally let criminals get away.
That could be the same thing with the NHS, like Anthony is saying, as far as like you having NHS numbers and everything. Like,
yeah, but
if it's just numbers, we can swap it. Yeah, but we can swap all like people's patients' details and all that stuff. The NHS would be a fucking mess right now.
But literally, location that could implicate someone into a serious crime easily.
No. Do you know what it is?
You're just saying, is that less important than fucking up someone's health? Because the same thing could be happening with the NHS right now.
So you're saying that if Stackers have a chip, then it fucks up someone's health. It doesn't kind of.
No, that's not what we're saying. We're saying right now, NHS has got like NHS numbers assigned to like let's just say 90% of the population in the UK. You're saying like people can play around with data and just swap details. Yes. Well, if I've got your NHS number and stuff like that, I can swap Darren's details for this person's details, and then you're getting the wrong medication and fucking up your life just off of the fact that I've changed your NHS numbers.
Okay.
Right. why isn't that happening on a way bigger scale? Because that's the fear, right?
It's
because
because it's the worst case scenario.
What you're into crimes?
No, because what you're saying is the worst case scenario. You're saying,
No, I'm saying it's a very easy thing that can happen.
Listen.
Why isn't it happening more? Because that's a system.
Exactly. How many times have you heard of that? What he just described happened, which is a worst case scenario.
To be fair, in stuff like that, you don't really hear about that kind of stuff until like years after, because in that kind of scenario, it's like.
Okay, so what? The NHS has been around. The NHS has been around. The NHS has been around for how long?
Didn't the NHS shut down like a couple years ago, and it was like a real blackout like for a while. Like they did an internet service like fuck up. Didn't
I mean, it wasn't for that. It wasn't.
But didn't something get hacked or something like?
Yeah.
There we go.
No, but again,
and to be honest, as an average person,
a worst case scenario that's happened one time in English history.
Okay, but you just said you just said tell me when it happened.
Yeah?
I just told you
when it happened. I said how many times. I didn't say just tell me the one time.
Okay, and I just told you
exactly.
I just told you recently.
Yeah, and that's one time that it's ever happened. One time. So his scenario of the chips thing, he's going for the exact worst case scenario that they use your data to put you in a place to implicate you for a crime. Yeah. So how is that any different to when we were saying to him about the 75-25% thing? He wants to kill someone because it's 75% more likely, yeah? So he's going for the worst case scenario. But we were saying, no, that's wrong because 75%, there's still 25%. How is that any different to what you're saying? Because you're going for just the worst case scenario despite whatever else could happen to benefit the society.
No, because he's saying that, just because, okay, if I'm in the chip, that means I'm fully committed. That means that, nothing can happen. But he's also saying that not having the chip means that it doesn't mean that all this safety thing is 100% gonna happen. Like it's gonna make everything safe with the chip, if that makes sense.
So the chip is not gonna make anything safe.
Yeah.
Well, I think we also
and with location, it's really like you can't really defend if you was at the crime scene. Like if you was the only person at the crime scene, you are clearly the person, right?
Literally, if you're at the crime scene, yeah, exactly.
And literally, if
not really.
Okay, let's say for example, at the crime scene at that certain time, everyone was chipped, but literally in that maybe 1 kilometer radius, radius, you were the only person there.
Okay.
So and there was 2 chips, you and the person who died. Clearly, you're the one who killed him because he died, and you was right
in a court of law, it would just go straight to chippage.
You literally go to jail.
Yeah,
but because they'll examine how did he die.
That's one evidence.
That's one piece of evidence.
And that's a huge piece of evidence.
Huge. One piece of evidence.
That's a massive piece of evidence.
They can work out when the person died, who was with them at that time, because that person would have been
not if all they have was just the data of the chip.
Yeah, but in what world is that all the data they have?
What do you mean?
They
Stop
have
lying,
man. But
lying.
Who's lying?
There's definitely been cases in life where policemen have had less data than shit like that.
Are we talking about when they have the technology available?
So
you're saying we can't because the person is dead there. They don't have access. Don't they have access to their DNA when the body is right there? Don't they have access?
Oh my God, United!
Don't they have? Bro, follow me here. Like fuck the football. Don't they have access to DNA? The body's right there. Don't they have access to forensics? What do you think?
And you can still have witnesses.
They can also work out when the person died.
We're not dumb here. Like there are multiple factors to any one situation that happens. You can't just take one.
Of course, but
you're saying of course, but
there's a huge aspect of it.
Well, you listen to what you just said to me. You just said of course. There's multiple options.
Yes, there is.
Exactly. So if you're saying this is one huge thing, but all the other evidence don't line up.
Yeah. Okay. So what they asked Darren, what was you doing at that time? Darren wasn't there.
No, but follow me. You say that's a huge piece, right?
Yes,
to the
of
puzzle.
course.
I'm saying, but you also agreed with me that there are multiple other.
They are obviously
right?
unique.
Okay,
yes.
Fine. We're operating on the thesis that Darren was innocent, but the location implicates him.
Yes.
They say you were there, it happened, but all these pieces of evidence, forensics, DNA, all of it says that's not the person who murdered it. What decision are you making?
Or you could say that he was very, very good and left no traces at all in terms of DNA, like he covered his tracks or whatever. But he's literally his only.
Everything you're saying, precious, can be counted. That's what I'm saying.
The only piece of evidence that was there that is irrefutable is the fact that he was there at the time.
No, but how is that irrefutable?
Because
but listen, how is that irrefutable? And you're saying everything I'm saying can be counted.
Yes,
when we know we live in a digital age where they have to also account for the fact that this data can be manipulated. Because we know that possibility. You're saying it now. Right?
Like you're making it sound like everything. We're going to get rid of everything but chips.
How does the chip make him any safe at that point?
Okay, wait. You're forgetting about one aspect of the chip. So obviously, the first thing we thought of was crimes. But if there's a missing persons case, those are easier to solve.
That's a benefit.
If you've lost someone, like oh no, like God forbid any one of our like
Anubis. Camera.
Like, God forbid anyone's like, of our family members are taken, but like, we can track that easier.
Okay, let's finish with the murder scene first before we
Okay.
go on to that. But
I mean,
what do you
that's
say about that?
but you talked about safety. That's
Exactly.
something that can be
Okay,
implemented.
let's say someone gets kidnapped and they've been chipped. Okay, what happens if they take out the chip? What happens next?
You can find the most
When's the
recent-
last known location?
Exactly.
Like,
Okay,
bro, you're
and then-
talking like we
okay,
can't.
and
Like,
then-
there aren't things we can do.
Okay,
That's
but
just
you're,
one type.
but you're acting like people who don't. Everything they're saying can be counted in that.
Yeah, everything you're saying can be counted
Yes,
too.
and I'm saying, so
It just makes
Okay,
it
wait.
easier.
So
That's
are
what
you
we're
saying-
arguing here.
So my question to you: does knowing the last location while being chipped make them less safer or more safer?
I'm saying it could also.
No. Answer the question.
It might skew the location and the search of the person. I'm not a detective, but if I'm going to kidnap someone who I know is probably going to be chipped, and then eventually I'm going to have to take out the chip, I'm going to take out the chip at a certain place, and I'm going to stamp it in a certain place, and within that place it will.
Yeah, but you know, at that
Affect
point they
both.
were there. At that point, you don't know how long after
Yeah.
the kidnapping they've taken them to another. But
Yeah.
at that point, they were there,
And also it depends.
and you can
on,
use CCTV and,
also-
everything else to find out what
but
happened in that
also-
area when they
also-
took them.
Also,
Which you'd never know without a chip.
I mean, all I'm saying is that you can say all these things. No.
Fuck you. then.
No. I'm
Okay.
saying everything that you're saying is like, okay, if you're chipped, yeah, you could be tracked, it could be easier, and blah blah blah.
Thank you. That makes you
It
safer.
could.
The other thing is also could.
But the worst case scenario of
No,
all
I'm
of the
saying-
scenarios
I'm
that
saying-
could happen
I'm saying-
because
I'm
of
saying-
chipping
That's not
is what
good.
we're going
I'm
to focus
saying
on.
the
This
lack.
is like when people
No.
say, "Oh, women get raped. Oh, but men get raped."
No, but
It's
you
the
lot
worst
acting
case scenario.
like it's not a logical thing of not being able to, of not having peace of mind, of thinking, oh yeah, I don't really want someone knowing where I am all the time. Like, you know what I mean?
That's fair enough.
There's something called
That's
privacy.
fair enough.
Like,
That's
you know what I
fair
mean?
enough.
Some people like
I've
it.
never disputed that.
Some people like it.
It can,
Like,
we agree with that.
that's what I'm saying.
But
You
having
act
a
like it's
chip can
crazy.
also make you safe.
Yeah, that's right. And having a chip can also lose your peace of mind. That's what I'm saying.
But that's
How-
not what
how
he's
does that
arguing.
affect
No,
your
because
safety? then?
because a lot
That's
of
not
it-
what he's
Okay,
arguing.
that's fine. What do you mean?
Does it affect your safety?
I mean, it affects a peace of mind. It can affect my safety. If my mind is clouded, then it can affect my judgment, and then it can affect my safety.
Yeah, but
That's
you're
very
saying
logical.
I'm not arguing
having
the
a
peace
chip
of
is
mind
gonna make
stuff.
you
I'm not
like
arguing
really,
that.
really paranoid and like.
That's very
See, I feel like that's a longer, like, going from like losing your peace of mind
for you,
to,
for you.
but losing your peace of mind to being endangered. I feel like from there to there, it's a bigger jump than
For
from
you.
knowing your location to being safe.
For you.
How? I
I'm
feel like
I'm just saying for
No,
you.
it is for you. 'cause
I'm
you
just saying
can't-
for you.
can't- it's meant-
Because it's like because okay, you're just thinking of it. Oh, okay, yeah, you just know the location. Oh, it's just for that location wise.
Mhm.
Some people will just be thinking, okay, what?
No, but the thing
So
is, the
you're
reason why-
paranoid that your phone has your GPS right now.
No, because I know it's my phone. If I was that paranoid, I would turn it off and I would stop using it. But I use it for what I use it for, and
No,
that's
but the
just
thing
it.
is, the
That
only
is
reason
different.
we're like
That is
we're
the
even like
difference.
having this conversation.
It's like
around
knowing,
crime
oh
is
yeah,
because that's the thing.
it's like the toaster knowing my location all the time. I don't
So
fucking know
really,
the toaster knows.
you're saying that because you don't benefit from the chip, that's why you don't want it. Basically, is what you're saying. Because
No,
the
I'm
phone-
saying
the phone-
saying that advantages doesn't outweigh the disadvantages in my mind. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
And,
But
that's-
using the phone, even though they could track you through the phone, is an
and I'm
advantage.
saying the advantages of the phone that I get from the phone is more than what I get from a chip.
Outweighs your safety and the stuff that could be used by tracking you. Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Because I know, because it's conscious.
Okay, cool. That's
It's that
fine.
simple.
That's fine. That's fine. So the safety only comes into it when you don't benefit from it.
What do you mean?
So
I thought
you
no, the
just-
safety,
wait.
the safety
You
comes
just
into
said,
it.
You just said that you're happy to have your phone because you benefit from the usage that you use it for.
Conscious
Okay?
and unconscious.
Conscious and
Well,
unconscious.
even though you're
Cool.
more likely to be
But
robbed for your
even though
phone.
they can track you through your phone, location services, all the man.
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
Yes.
But you benefit from it, so it outweighs it.
Yes.
But because the chip doesn't benefit you in any way, shape, or form, you don't want to have it.
No, I
even
said
though-
it's conscious, and it's a conscious decision when it's a conscious decision when I'm using my
It's
phone.
not conscious,
What
it's that
was
you
the
consented to it,
question?
is what you're saying.
No.
That you've
Like, how
consented
much
to
of
having the chip
your
or not.
privacy-
Because
Yeah,
if
that's
you
what I'm
have to
saying.
have
Yeah.
Okay,
If I'm
so
consenting, then I'm
let's go back to the
consenting.
original question. You said it's how much of your privacy you're willing
How
to
can Bruno
sacrifice,
just
right?
come on and take a free kick and score?
So does that mean you're willing to give your chats to the government too?
Yeah, what am I talking about?
You
I've
give
got
all your
nothing to
WhatsApps. You give all
Yeah,
your
what
WhatsApps to the
about
government.
photos?
Yeah,
Oh,
again,
accessible
bro,
by the
what am I
government.
talking about?
I mean,
here?
all my photos
that's
are
more
already
privacy.
accessible to the government.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that
what
was
am I?
kinda
What are we
stupid.
talking about here? Like, what am I talking about?
No, but it's like you might as well just put it on Facebook at that point.
yeah, calm. But like, again,
Because it's
why
kind
is
of
it-
2 steps from that.
Yeah, but I'm saying if I'm comfortable doing that, like I don't, in my mind, like the logic. Yeah, fine. I'm not forcing you to do it.
I mean,
but I'm just
Facebook
saying, like,
owns WhatsApp. We have loads of photos on WhatsApp.
Yeah, like what's the thing?
Is encrypted.
I don't do my
Like,
thing there.
what's
WhatsApp.
Your messages are encrypted.
Who doesn't?
I mean, there's been data breaches on Facebook. You want to talk about the NHS being breached? Facebook was breached.
No, you can't use my breach point before and then now use it again to what I was saying before.
No,
like,
I can't.
You
How?
can,
you
but
can.
I'm just saying it just gives me more credence. That's what I'm saying.
How?
That's fine.
It's the same.
It's the same point. Yeah, I know. That's fine. That's good.
I
I know. Carry on. That's what I said.
Well,
I
I'm
mean, it wasn't
comfortable
really
with
to
my
you.
WhatsApp
But yeah, it's fine.
conversations being out there.
Yes.
Like, yes, because again, like, I'm
Fucking
not
hell.
having conversations.
Wait,
that are
what
here
what was your
implicating
question?
The
No, you're
original
just saying,
question
like, would
was
I be
about
comfortable?
privacy, not about location, right?
Yeah.
Like, how much of your privacy are you willing to give?
For
He's saying
safety,
that he's willing to give even his chats.
Yeah.
If you've
Like,
got nothing to hide in your chats.
Exactly. Like,
Wait, hold on. So wait. How far are you lot willing to go to give it? Are you lot willing to give just all your privacy? Fling out, skin open.
I mean, for
Flex
me, the limit is location because I willingly give that up anyway to my phone, to whenever I put in my credit card into a random ATM. Like whenever I'm going abroad, I put my passport number somewhere else. They can find me if they want to find me.
So what Sang said? Chats.
Chats.
I'll give that
Your
up.
photos.
Bro, I will give that
I mean,
up.
for me,
Because for me, it's on the same level as like location.
if I have photos, they're already stored on the cloud. So for me, if they wanted my photos for like if they want all my photos, I'm gonna say no. If they want my photos for a particular week, there might have been crime committed this time. Okay, sure, look through my phone.
But even with the photos thing, the only trepidation I would have is if I'm in a photo with someone else, or if someone else's privacy kind of links in that, because you have to clear it with them.
Exactly.
But from my part, have it, because what the fuck it's a photo. What's
Yeah.
the most implicating photo you can have of me naked, bruh? I'm not tripping.
So you have to go through every single one of your photos.
Bro,
Also,
it's
actually, no. Before
you
you take a photo of someone else, you have to ask them, is it okay if I can take a photo of you?
No.
Or have a photo of you.
Before anyone comes to use that photo, I've already got access to it. If you come, like, I could take a photo, live my life. Like, you can go to my phone now, find a photo of like me and my mum, for example.
So why
And
don't
they
you?
say, we need this photo for investigation. Like, yo, go clear my mum because she's another party in that photo. I will clear it because I'm part of it. You'll take it as far as I'm concerned. But
No.
you have to clear. You have to get
But the
okay
whole
from my
location
mum.
thing with the chip thing is that they have access when they want. So would you give them access to all your photos when they want?
I mean, to be fair, with the whole chip thing, us allowing them to chip us means they have access to our location whenever we want, because we're saying, take it.
No, it's whenever they want at that point.
Yeah, but no. But if we're allowing them to chip us,
But
we already know that
exactly.
they can look
We
at
already
us
know it's there.
anytime.
Yeah.
So
So
this is whenever we want.
Exactly.
So they can look at our so we already go into it knowing they can look at it at any point.
And we're
Yeah.
saying I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's location and photos and your messages.
No,
Well, at what point does it
your
stop?
amalgamation.
You're putting everything now.
Yeah, you're putting everything in.
But the
there.
question was privacy. At what point, like, where do you
Oh,
guys?
man,
draw
just
the
said
Well,
line?
see, the
Wow.
question was how
Oh my
much. Yeah,
God.
for me it's location and a few photos
A few photos. So
for a specific investigation.
Exactly.
So not like, could I see your photos from like 2010?
It's not like we're not saying, oh, as soon as you take a picture here, it gets uploaded to like the police database. Like that's not what we're talking about.
No.
How do you do
Like
that?
the location thing, like yes, we're giving our consent in that way. But for the photos, as far as I understand what Anthony's saying, for the photos, you're saying, well, it's the same thing with any like criminal investigation now.
But like Darren said, if you've got nothing to hide, why wouldn't you give it to them?
I'm saying I would, but again,
Okay.
I'm not my mom.
No, give it. They have access, so they can open your gallery and look at everything that you have.
Again, right now, I'm saying I would. Me personally.
See,
as far as
the
I
reason
do-
why I'm saying I wouldn't is because of the other people's implicated.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
I'm saying I
okay.
would.
Let's say
just me.
let's say you delete everyone who's implicated. Now it's just you and your data.
Take it.
Then
your
what?
photos.
Then what do I
Take
have
it.
to worry about?
Wow.
Take it. Like, what's-
If it
Yeah,
only
like,
affects
take it.
Wow.
me, it's fine.
Take it.
Wow.
Like if it's just like that's what I'm saying. Like if it's
Again,
just
unless you
take
can
it.
tell me what they're gonna do with my data, I'm calm with it.
Yeah.
Nah, just because I'm not able to say what is, I'm not really a tech guy like that. So I feel like if
well,
I'd done enough
neither
research,
am I, innit?
I'd be able to
Yeah,
come up
neither
with a good enough answer for that.
Yeah,
But
neither am I.
I feel
saying
like
I don't
the uncertainty around it is enough to put people off.
Nah, bro. Like
And I
again,
feel
like
like
as far as photos go, like what's the most incriminating photo you will have of me? As far as my activities and like it's just me naked. And bro, there's enough naked pictures on the internet. Whatever. Take it.
I mean,
Like,
to
add
be
it
honest,
to
to be
one of
honest, after everything you're saying, it's like, oh, there's no. You might as well just put everything on Facebook at that point. Like,
No, yeah, might as well do. That's up to my autonomy. But again, I'm just like I can do it however I want. But if the government wants to use it in that way, as far as safety,
should be chipped and their locations should be accessed the same way that we were just describing.
Ideally, yes, because
And their photos.
Ideally, yes, because the whole plan is for like society to. But again, I'm not taking your decision from you. I'm saying that's what I would like. Because
Yeah,
again,
you
I'm
definitely
saying
would have
I'm
been
living
there
in
for the
that world.
helicarrier. You would have been.
What?
I mean, it's.
I would have been gone down
I
in the
guess it-
helicarrier.
No, I'm saying you would have been support for the
Darren,
helicarrier.
what do you say about that?
No, but again, like
so
look,
the government has access to your location, like we described, right?
Mhm.
And they also have access to Precious and Anthony's photos,
Mm.
but they have and yours because you guys are happy to do with it.
Mhm.
But
Of
they
just
ha-
ourselves.
But they have your sister's photos, your brother's photos, your mum's
we literally
photos,
just said of just
locations.
We just said
But
ourselves.
without asking anyone, just so long as everyone gets
Yeah,
chipped.
How are you gonna sidestep our point?
Like,
To be
that's
honest,
not the point we're
to be
making.
honest, it kind of makes sense because who are you talking to? You can't really give information of just yourself. You have to give information of who you were talking to. So it kind of makes sense what you
And your
say.
messages too.
No, if you're saying to someone, oh, I was
Because we
talking to
said
my
you said
sister,
photos. We
then
said
to
of
get her
ourselves.
details, they have to go speak to her.
And if she's okay with it, that's that's fine.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Like
if
I'm
you're
not going to
saying,
be
who
like,
are
oh yeah,
speaking
you
to?
can
Yeah, I
take
was speaking
mine,
to my
but
sister.
don't go to my sister.
No. I mean, like, okay, if he's saying in terms of if every photo like you're in, but
Mhm.
other people are in them, like you can't really.
We said just ourselves though.
What about with those people?
We said no.
Exactly.
Oh, but what if they need every photo that you were in and that involves them, and you don't really have a choice at that point?
Well, if we don't have a choice, then what?
Okay, but what if you do have a choice?
If I had a choice, then it's no.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. No,
not
but
isolation, isn't it?
no, because you know what's funny? It's clear that you can understand that, but you don't understand how it could be a
No, but I'm on-
in that time. That's
No,
why.
we're
That's
understanding
what
it from our
Listen,
point
yeah,
of
I've
view.
never
I
not
understand.
said that anyone
Like,
can have a choice in
yeah,
it.
we're
Like,
I'm not saying not have a
You guys are
choice,
wrong.
but I'm
Yeah.
saying on a different scale of that.
Yeah, but we're not
Because-
even saying you guys are wrong for choosing. We're just
I know
trying
we're
to
not- I know
understand
I'm
the
not
logic
wrong.
of it.
yeah.
I know.
And all I'm saying is,
That's what we're
I
trying to
wouldn't
understand
mind.
here. Like, I'm
Like,
not saying you're wrong.
So the only
for
time I
like
said
choosing-
you're wrong is
Yeah.
when you were like, oh, I want to do dodgy stuff.
Yeah, and that's where we're kind of like. But again, like even if you do,
If I do choose to do dodgy stuff, how's that your concern?
Because it implicates other people.
What if it's just me doing dodgy stuff?
well,
you can't do dodgy.
You
Like,
can't do dodgy stuff.
Oh.
What dodgy thing can he do that
Yeah,
just
but
involves
what can you
him?
do by yourself that doesn't implicate others?
That doesn't implicate anyone else in the world.
Who'd you get it from?
If I grew it myself.
Okay.
That's a crime, is it not?
Yeah,
I mean, it's a crime already.
It's a
but
crime, yeah. So it implicates someone. It's a crime.
Like-
It implicates yourself.
You could do a lot of things that just for yourself.
Yeah,
but
but
then that's a crime. That's dodgy. Like he's
that's
saying,
fine.
like
what dodgy
if
things
you're
can you do
if you're
that
living
only
in a
affects you and
society
you
that's
alone?
like if it's a society that said, okay, this is
And these are
what's
just based
illegal.
on current laws. We're not saying laws that might be implemented.
I'm talking about future laws.
Yeah,
We're
but
talking
again,
about
you're
current
talking like
laws.
those things aren't going to be like parts of like factors that affect the laws because they have to be.
Laws
They
are
will be.
changing anyway.
Exactly.
With the way technology is advancing,
It will
laws
be.
are going to change. You see how
Exactly.
like
For me, all I'm saying is you just keep banging on about what the worst case scenarios are, which you can do for anything in the world ever.
Yes.
Anything.
Yes.
But we
So
haven't
what's the
even,
point
like,
of
all
this
this conversation?
conversation
We haven't even talked about. We tried to touch about the positives of it, but we
Mm.
kind of parked that. Like, there's huge positives.
Exactly.
Go talk about the positives.
No, but like, what's
Yeah,
the point of talking about the positives?
It doesn't matter because with all those positives, there's still the underlining stuff that messes with your peace of mind.
Which is one
That's it.
negative.
What do you mean?
Peace of
Yeah,
mind
but
is
that's-
peace of mind. We've already said is one negative.
Yeah, and that's a big negative.
Not to do. Right?
So
Yeah,
the
no
positives
one's
could be big
saying
You lot don't
positives.
value peace of mind. Like it's crazy.
I don't.
That's fine. That's
No,
fine. You
I
lot
don't,
are crazy.
Yeah.
How can you not value your peace of mind?
Then we can just agree to a world where you guys get chipped and we don't.
Again, why do I care if the government's watching me move?
Chips
around my
Ahoy.
room? Like they're watching me go toilet or whatever. Like I don't give a fuck.
Bruh.
I mean,
You lot are crazy,
You guys are happy to give your information away, but for those who are not happy to give it away,
Then
are you going to
that's-
force them?
No, I said that. We've always said that.
and we can have the same similar comparisons with the whole vaccine thing, for everyone being vaccinated, and not everyone being vaccinated.
Yeah.
It's fine.
People, all they do is say with the vaccine, what the worst case scenario is that, I don't know, I guess you could die or you could get some kind of bad thing. But they don't talk about what the positives of the vaccine are.
Like herd immunity, just like with vaccines.
Mm.
I'm sure if most people are chipped, they can still find out what you're doing if you're not chipped.
Vaccines are different because it's life and death. Isn't it?
Well, this is about safety.
Yeah, this is
Yeah, but
You
this
brought up
is,
the question about
vaccines really aren't about life and death.
Like,
because
it's
The
about
example
prevention.
you just gave was like
it's potential safety in the chipped
What?
thing. The vaccine is like it's actual like okay, we're actually doing it.
yeah, it's still potential because again, you're not necessarily going to have to.
Yeah, and neighborhood watch is potential safety. Like,
Yeah, but you
this
don't.
is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's
everything
like,
is potential safety. So you saying that doesn't distinguish it in any
we
way.
really lost, you know. I cannot believe this.
You lost.
Yeah, they lost.
Oh man.
3-2. It was 2-2. We had a good
checking-
game. We were having a good game.
no,
And then Fernandez came on fucking
Yeah.
free kick
Oh, I thought you were
bullshit.
checking your one of your bets or something.
It's a fucking vet.
When's the NFL? When's the first NFL game?
It's fine. Them man need FA Cup after they jumped out.
I'll
UCL.
see.
Alright, like,
We
yeah,
might need to wrap it up.
1
guys.
hour.
Well, I might need to wrap up because I need to go and get food before the game.
It's just sacrifice my whole fucking game for this. I cannot believe.
It's fine. You lost anyway, so you didn't miss much. Like I didn't watch the Arsenal game yesterday because I was working, but it's a good thing. So God works in mysterious ways.
It's fine. We scored 2 goals. The goals are coming back. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, you put the timeline for his thing.
Yeah, it was 1 minute 20. I checked it, so we can edit out.
What was the timeline? I don't understand.
So when he said this Indian thing that we want to edit out, I said it was at about 1 minute, 1 hour 20.
Who said the Indian thing?
To me, with the head shaking thing.
And he said, "Oh, are you Indian?"
I was like,
shit.
That's again, that's not deep, but
All forms of racism done out.
Like, but that's not even racist though.
I know, but it can
How?
again, it can be perceived,
How?
in it.
That's
It's
a
stereotype,
Yeah, it's a
which
stereotype.
can be classed as racism.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you black.
It's like black people chicken.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's that type of thing.
Is that me?
Hey, man.
Yeah, it's like it's literally right there. Stereotype.
Oh, you're eating chicken. Oh, you look like a black person.
Yeah. We're definitely gonna have to split that into half.
Oh yeah.
Because it's 2.5 hours, I think.
Oh, I was reading the whole Spotify thing. 82 minutes is our limit with a certain bit rate.
Okay.
As far as like guidelines, I'll send the guidelines.
Yeah. So did we decide what we're gonna do with the RSS thing? Because